Hi. Sometimes in life, people can make mistakes. And it's only the bravest, strongest of people that can stand there and admit when they're wrong. And god damn it, I was wrong about Chainsaw Man. So a little while ago, I made a first impressions on the very first volume of Chainsaw Man, a series that I'd been massively excited to start reading. And as luck would have it, I didn't really enjoy it. I was so annoyed. I've been so gassed up about this series. And when I read it, it just didn't quite meet my expectations. However, a load of you commented about how the concerns that I'd expressed actually did disappear over the next couple of volumes, and that I should keep on reading because the series does live up to its expectations. And I took your word for it. And I'm so freaking glad I did, because Chainsaw Man absolutely slaps. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over the two problems that I had with the first volume and why I was completely wrong about them. Problem number one was the art style. Now, the sketchy art style that I talked about in my first impressions doesn't go away. It isn't something that gets better over time, but it is something that you get more used to. And when there's more action-heavy scenes, which there aren't very many in the first volume, you start to understand why the sketchy style works, because it is able to picture the motion of the fight scene so well, and I don't think that would have been able to be done in something that was extremely detailed. At least not at the speed that this mangaka has made this series. And something that was a little bit lacking in the first volume was these amazing spreads of art that is throughout the rest of the series that really put to shame the sketchy art style. And I loved it. I loved the full page spreads. And I was just completely wrong about the art style. It is definitely something to not complain about. And issue number two that I had was actually to do with like the storyline or the underlying themes and the degeneracy of Tanjiro? That's Demon Slayer, man. The degeneracy of Denji. In the first volume, there's an entire chapter about him touching someone's boobs, and I thought this was really childish. I didn't think this was good writing at all. However, what I didn't realize is the mangaka aimed to set this up as a subversion of shonen tropes, and he pulled it off so well. Pulled it off. Denji does just want to touch boobs. That is a story point in the first volume. But in the second volume, he has this amazing speech about why just because his dreams and the things that he wants and the things that he's fighting for aren't seen as normal or sensible for other people, doesn't mean we should look at them any differently. And damn, that speech just slapped me in the face. Everything I thought about the first volume, Denji just spoke directly to me and said why I was being stupid. And I think that's so crazy. The manga pulled this off so well. And I have to applaud it. And then further into volume 2, he actually does get to touch boobs. He does it, and he realizes it's not all it lived up to be, and he has a little existential crisis. And once again, the mangaka just coming out, subverting our expectations, and I just loved it. I'm so happy that he chose to go this route. And throughout the rest of the manga that I've read so far, Denji doesn't become any less of a degenerate, I don't think. He's still very driven by love and by the touch of females. That's a very weird way to put it, but we'll go with it. And it actually seems that the characters are using this to manipulate him, especially Makima. And I think that's a genius choice once again to show how he is simple-minded. He does have these really simple dreams, and they can easily be manipulated by those in power. So now we've talked about how wrong I was about the first volume, let's talk about what I like about this series now that I've read some more. And the first thing is Denji as the protagonist. He is so refreshing in this Shonen Jump role because it isn't something we've seen before. In stuff like Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, the main character is very just. They're very righteous. They know what's right from wrong. Denji doesn't know this. He's never been taught it, and he's very driven by what he wants. He's a selfish character. He does sort of know when things are right and wrong, but at the same time, he pushes himself because of the way he's driven and because of his selfishness, not to please anyone else. Well, he's trying to please Makima, but that's beside the point. And it's so refreshing seeing a Shonen Jump character that isn't this pedestal of light, this angel, and actually is kind of a bit of an arse, and someone that's so much more relatable to the reader. No one is perfect in the real world, and the people reading this manga are not perfect in any way, and they can probably relate to Denji so much more. The way he's driven by sex, the way he's driven by food, is so much more relatable to someone of like a 16-year-old's age, the same as Denji, than, for example, Deku, who will sacrifice his life to save anyone or anything, which is something something that no one can relate to, because in the real world, people are way more selfish than that. I really like how Denji being accustomed to this world of the devils is allowing him to grow from this simple-minded person to someone with a little bit more of a moral compass. At the end of volume 6, he actually lets a devil go because he can't face killing her. And that was so perfect for me, because it showed that he isn't like brutal, and he's also not fully under control of the people that he's with. And he let this girl go, and he did fall in love with this girl as well, which is another thing that I really enjoy, because Denji's storyline so far is him realizing, even though he's a devil, he can love, and he has a heart, and he is still a human being. And I think his inner thoughts of kind of hating himself and hating what he's become, and they get slowly removed. I love seeing his character arc. Denji's character arc, man, actually so good. I'm also absolutely loving the supporting cast. Power, not so much. I'm kind of on the fence about Power, but Aki, Makima, and Himino, rest in peace, are really fantastic supporting characters. I like to see Aki, who's this like strong role model for Denji, who's basically the babysitter. And then Himino, who is Denji's like first friend, the first person to call Denji a friend. And she also almost has sex with Denji, but kind of steps back from it. That was a bit of a weird scene, can't lie. But yeah, her story arc was also really good. She seemed like this hardened woman who was like ready to fight the devils and ready to do whatever she wants. Really, she was just in love, and she wanted to get out just the same as anyone else would. And she just wasn't ready, or the person who she is in love with is not going to leave with her. So she was dedicated to staying with him and making sure he didn't die. And then she fucking died. That was a peak death scene, I can't lie. She sacrificed herself to save everyone, and then kind of didn't save everyone, but... And now we need to talk about Makima, who's obviously the waifu of this manga, but she's acting up like a big old villain. Like, I can't lie. From reading other series, she's setting up to be a villain. She knows exactly what's going on. She seems like the puppet master behind the scenes, and she has an insane devil power where she can just fucking murder anyone she wants, apparently, as long as she knows their name, which is just crazy. I have no idea what Makima's goals are, and I love that mystery part. If you know me, you know I love mystery in my manga, and so far, Chainsaw Man has done its fair share of that. Why does Makima know everything? Who the fuck is she? What is she doing? And why has she brought Denji into the fold when obviously every devil wants to get a hold of the Chainsaw Devil? We still don't know why, but obviously something is going on, and I love that mystery. I love slowly piecing together what's going on. And in volume 6, this really came to the head with an introduction of Rize, who was the bomb devil, which is another awesome volume. The fight was fantastic between the bomb devil and the chainsaw devil. So great. And then obviously Rize's storyline, where she actually is kind of in love with Denji. She's not just using him to get whatever they need him for. And that was really sad. You know, a series is good when I just start like rambling off. But yeah, volume 6, banger. Ending of volume 6, banger. What an emotional hit. Rize comes back to find Denji because he saved her. He didn't kill her. And then Makima just pow, pow, pow. And Denji never knew. Denji never knew she came back for him. That's class writing. What a great trope that they've taken advantage of. I love it. And the last thing that I'm really enjoying about this series is how fast paced it is, because every volume I speed straight through, and I'm already 6 volumes in. I reckon I could sit down and read the rest of this tonight. Like, I could do that, and I can't do that very often with manga, and I love the fact that I can do that. It's so fast paced. The action is continuous. We're constantly getting new developments to the story. There doesn't seem to be any filler arcs, and it's a part 1, and the part 1 is complete, so it's gonna be fast paced. I'm really excited to see where it goes. I have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen in the next couple of volumes. I've heard that volume 8 is one of the craziest volumes of manga. I'm kind of like, what the hell's gonna happen in volume 8? I'm really excited. But yeah, there's my thoughts of Chainsaw Man. I'm so glad that everyone in the comments was like, Leon, keep reading, don't be dumb, don't stop. It gets better, because it really freaking got better. And I'm so glad I was wrong, and I will sit here, I will admit that I was wrong with pride. So yeah, guys, what do you think of Chainsaw Man? Have I got a lot to look forward to in the next couple of volumes? I can't wait to get to them. If you want to purchase Chainsaw Man or any other manga, then head down to my links in the description to Right Stuff, Forbidden Planet, and Book Depository, where you can buy manga for yourself and support the channel at the same time. and it would be very much appreciated. I actually got my first payout from the affiliate stuff, and I've used that money to purchase a new tripod, which I'm not using today because it hasn't arrived, but I just wanted to let you guys know that that money is coming straight back into the channel, and I'm just so grateful for it. Thank you so much. And while we're on the grateful train, thank you for 420 subscribers. That is absolutely crazy. We are pacing our way to that YouTube partner program status. We need 600 more subscribers. Obviously that's quite a lot, and we need a lot more watch time, but we're going for it. We're gonna get it. Thank you so much for all your support. And if you want to continue to support, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Check out all my videos when they're uploaded. Leave comments. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.